Live from Newswatch 12, this is College Football Game Night.
Welcome to College Game Night, a big day for football fans here in Oregon. I'm Madison Marie. You are either rocking green and yellow or orange and black today. No in between. Well, maybe some wiggle room. Southern Oregon also hitting the field today. They're on the road down in Reading facing Simpson and the Red Hawks, taking one out of the Pac-12's playbook with a 7 p.m. kickoff. Before we get started, let's check in on that game. It's currently halftime for the Raiders. They're up big, 49-0 over Simpson at the half. Blake Asciutto, 17 of 21 for 313 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Gunnar Yates at the helm. He has 10 carries for 93 yards and 3 touchdowns. Isaiah Hidalgo also with 2 touchdowns, 44 yards on 5 carries. We'll keep you updated on that score. And we'll continue to check in with the Raiders as the show goes on tonight. But let's get right into the game we wait all year for. 128th meeting between Oregon and Oregon State. Typically, we see this game while getting Thanksgiving dinner ready. But this year, we got the rivalry a little early. This is also the first time these two teams are meeting in different conferences. Conference realignment just tearing the Pac-12 apart last summer. Number 9, Oregon at Oregon State, rivalry week in week 3. How lucky are we? The Ducks own the series 68-49 in 10 ties, taking 13 of the last 16. First time since 1963, these two have met as non-conference opponents. We start in the first. Beavers Everett Hayes from 43 yards out. The field goal is blocked. No score. Ducks take over. Oregon knocking on the door. The handoff to Jordan James hits the A-gap, direct line to the house. Oregon gets on the board first. Under 2 in the first. Giovanni McCoy finds Trent Walker. He takes it into the 10, setting the Beavs up in the red zone. 2 plays later, Anthony Hankerson takes it up the middle. Beavers tie it up at 7. Heading into the second quarter, Dylan Gabriel rolls out, tuck and run. Gabriel breaks loose for a 54-yard run, takes it all the way to the end zone, nearly untouched. Oregon takes the lead 15-7. Deep into the second half, Gabriel under pressure, looking downfield. Trayshawn Holden in the back. That's a dot. Oregon on top, 22-7. 26 seconds until half. Giovanni McCoy has room, steps up, takes off, diving into the pylon. Did he make it? They're going to review it, and the call on the field's a touchdown. Replay booth confirms he's just a little too short. So they go for it again. Hankerson again into the dog pile. Oregon State cuts into the Ducks lead. Both teams hit the locker room 22-14 at half. And coming up on Game Night, we'll dive into the second half over in Corvallis, plus take a look at today's stats and what's next for the Ducks and Beavers. Stay with us. You're watching College Game Night.
College Football Game Night, presented by Quality Fence of Southern Oregon.
Thank you for trusting Appy's legendary pizza for 60 years. Your hard-earned money supports hundreds of youth working at our parlors, dozens and dozens of nonprofits and school teams throughout the area. At Appy's, doing good in the neighborhood has never tasted so delicious.
Quality Fences, doing it right for you. Just ask your neighbor. Is doing it right for you.
The heart and soul of any home is the kitchen. The Kitchen Company in historic downtown Grants Pass is all about helping you create the perfect kitchen. Steelport, American forged carbon steel cutlery, each knife individually handcrafted in Portland. Steelport. Every artisan bread needs a Emile Henry bread baker. For over 150 years, Emile Henry. For the beginner to the gourmet chef, you're in good company at the Kitchen Company, downtown Grants Pass.
Life's better when you're under our roof.
Danny dreams fearlessly.
Because when you feel protected,
It's okay.
your family's free to pursue their dreams.
So are you brave?
I'm brave.
I'm fearless.
I'm fearless.
Bundle life and save up to 25% on home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
House of India is new to Ashland, but at home in the Rogue Valley. Family owned and operated for the last 17 years, they offer a variety of traditional favorites, tandoor oven specialties, and unique South Indian dishes like dosa and biryani. House of India also hosts the largest lunch buffet at the best price, 6 days a week, so you can try it all. Visit houseofindiaashland.com to view our menu and order takeout, or come visit us for a one-of-a-kind dining experience.
Can you smell it? It's not arugula and pear. It's bacon, bacon, and cheddar. Yep. Everybody's favorite pizza is back on sale this month at Abby's, loaded with 2 kinds of bacon and real cheddar cheese. Enjoy Abby's September special at a very special price.
Live from News Watch 12. Welcome back to College Football Game Night.
Welcome back to Game Night. Still talking about that rivalry game up the I-5. Oregon on the road facing Oregon State. The Ducks were in the lead 22-14 heading into the locker room. Close enough for the Beavers to make a move. We saw Oregon's offense clicking in the first half while their defense was a bit of a mixed bag against Oregon State. Back after half, Ducks up big. Beavers hoping to not let this one slip away. Oregon sets up for a field goal from 25 yards out. Atticus Sappington right through the middle. Big day for the former Beaver, now Duck, 25-14, Oregon. Under 5 left in the third, Jordan James shoving his way through the line. Ducks say he's in. It's a touchdown, Oregon. Keep him coming. Fourth quarter, 2nd and 5, Noah Winnington catches his footing, hitting the hash marks, breaks loose all the way to the house. The Ducks flying away in Corvallis. It's 39-14 Ducks. Dylan Gabriel sees the pressure coming, gets rid of it to Jaden Lamar. Lamar somehow finds a hole, trucks it downfield. 65-yard house call for the sophomore. Add another one, 46-14. Let's keep it going. Time's winding down. Sappington in a hostile environment he used to call home. No more. 39-yard kick is good, and the Ducks take the 128th matchup. The first time in 3 meetings at Reeser that Oregon has won it. Final 49-14. Both teams post-game.
I feel like we played to our standard today, right? And really still even that, tale of two halves. Offense really effective all day. Was able to score on every drive. Eliminate some of the negatives. Obviously penalties were down. Thought defense was the tale of two halves a little bit when it came to third down, but part of that was winning first and second down. They were able to run the ball effectively and had some QB scrambles early, and we were able to kind of close that out in the second half. So really proud of our guys' performance. Right? I think it shows what we're capable of doing, right, and owning our standard.
Feels good. I just think, as we continue to execute at a high level and play within the system, I think you're seeing confidence, from everyone within that. But then also us, molding together and finding, kind of our identity as well.
Great, knowing that, especially today, we left the field knowing that we played up to standard, but still there's still things that we can fix, especially offensive line or as a whole group, as a whole team. But the feeling is, like I said, it's really great, and it's a great feeling to leave off the field knowing that we played Oregon ball.
I think it just came down to when plays were supposed to be made, Oregon did a nice job of making them, and we didn't. And I think that's about it. The energy, their focus, their commitment to it, I didn't question that at all. I'm very confident in them. Again, they're a good group. We've seen them respond well to adversity. We got to fix what we see tomorrow when we watch the film, and then get better. So I feel good about this group and their character and their ability to bounce back from this.
Anytime you lose, it's frustrating. So just trying to stay level-headed, just trying to keep all my guys positive, because all it takes is one drive. We was in the game early on. We could have made a difference if we got a stop. So just trying to keep all my guys positive, because I know we can do it. We just got to put our mind to it.
I think the operation as a whole was well. I think we communicated well. We can always communicate more. There's still some good things to take away as a team and as an offense. We got a lot more games to play.
Here's a look at the stat sheet from Reeser Stadium. Oregon took control, finishing with 546 total yards. Oregon State 309. In the air, Ducks left with 306 passing yards. Oregon State 178. And on the ground, Oregon held the Beavers to 131 yards while finishing with 240. That's more than the Ducks had against Idaho and Boise State combined. Moving into the quarterback comparison, Dylan Gabriel going 20-24 for 291 yards, 2 touchdowns. Giovanni McCoy finishing 22 of 34 for 172 yards. Over on the run, we knew Oregon State was sticking to their ground game this season. Anthony Hankerson making a statement this year for the Beavs. He finished with 15 carries for 57 yards and 2 touchdowns. Ducks Jordan James with 12 carries for 86 yards and 2 touchdowns as well. Next up for the Ducks, a bye week. Oregon will have a week to make changes to their game plan ahead of conference play. They'll face their first Big Ten conference opponent on September 28th in Pasadena, going up against UCLA, a team the Ducks are pretty familiar with after jumping the Pac-12 ship with the Bruins last season. And on the chopping block for the Beavers, Purdue. These two have only met twice. Most recently in 2021 when Oregon State fell 30-21. The first time, October 21st, 1967. The Beavers took that one 22-14. Kickoff is set for 5:30 at Reser Stadium. Game will be on the CW. Highlights right here on Game Night. And speaking of Oregon State, Pac-12 fans with a sigh of relief heading into the weekend. For over 400 days, the new normal for the Conference of Champions was something we never expected, broken. But suddenly, the Pac is back. Conference realignment bringing 4 new schools to the Pac-12. The conference is set to add Boise State, Colorado State, Fresno State, and San Diego State ahead of the 2026-27 school year. All 4 Mountain West schools joining Oregon State and Washington State. After the collapse of the Pac-12, the NCAA gave the conference 2 years to still remain as a 2-team conference. Following that, the conference would be required at least 8 members to exist. Rumors of the Mountain West joining forces with the Pac-12 circled last summer, but the uncertainty with media rights for the Pac, along with the buyout for schools in the Mountain West, was pretty hefty. While neither have really been figured out, the 4 new schools are likely to pay $18 million each, $70 million combined, plus $40 million the Pac-12 owes the Mountain West in poaching fees.
Announced 4 foundational members of this 100-plus year tradition in this conference. We can't wait to build and move on together. That's one of the exciting things about this, is that there are 6 like-minded universities, all want to ascend, all want to build something special, and we have that in front of us.
So what's now sitting as the Pac-2 is set to become a 6-team conference in 2026. That means the conference is now just 2 teams away from being all the way back to NCAA standards of normal. Cal and Stanford have also been brought up, possibly rejoining the Pac-12. Nothing too official yet. Slowly but surely, the Pac will rebuild. Coming up next on Game Night, Southern Oregon on the road tonight. Late kickoff for the Raiders, highlights, and a game update coming up.
College Football Game Night, presented by Quality Fence of Southern Oregon.
Quality Fences, doing it right for you. Just ask your neighbor.
They reflect a style as unique as you are. They make first impressions. They provide space, add lasting beauty and security. Quality is a reflection of who you are. That's why all your fencing projects begin here.
Quality Fences, doing it right for you.
No one covers sports like Newswatch 12, live from the Toyota Sports Desk every night at 6 and 11 p.m. Newswatch 12's Madison Marie and Peyton Manny bring you more coverage of your favorite local teams. Whether you're a fan of basketball, football, soccer, baseball, softball, volleyball, winter sports, and more, Newswatch 12 Sports has all the action you need with a focus on highlighting local athletes. Newswatch 12 Sports Desk, presented by Toyota.
Do you need to get moved by a professional company that's bonded and insured? Give Hall of Fame Moving a call for a free estimate. Full service personalized moving, local or long distance. No independent contractors used by us. We load up all of your possessions, wrap and pack them as if they were our own. We can move specialized items too. Your belongings never leaves our company's hands. One truck for one family ensures that your stuff will arrive to its destination safely. Give Hall of Fame Moving a call for a free estimate.
At Carpet One, we can help you find the perfect floor.
Mom, I spilled again.
Try this. It's waterproof. I think this is it. Come see it in store. Our experts have it organized by color and style.
And right now, Lippert's is making floor shopping easy with the one-step flooring sale. Save up to 50% and pay no interest for 18 months. Come in and enjoy a seamless shopping experience today. Lippert's Carpet One, Medford and Grants Pass.
When it comes to comfort and clean air, choose Caveman Heating and Air Conditioning. We ensure your home remains a sanctuary of relaxation and well-being. With our expertise and dedication, trust Tempstar and experience quality you can feel. For advanced, enduring comfort, we guarantee a breath of fresh, purified air for you and your family to enjoy. Keep your home cool and comfortable year-round. Caveman Heating and Air, keeping you and your family comfortable since 1981.
Live from Newswatch 12, welcome back to College Football Game Night.
Southern Oregon football on the road for week 2. The Raiders down in Simpson facing the Redhawks. It's the first of many matchups between the two teams. Simpson announced the launch of their football program in October of 2022 and are set to join the Frontier Conference in 2025. SOU marks one of 6 conference teams on the Redhawks schedule this season. Simpson entered tonight's game 0-2, being outscored 108-0, yet to score by College of Idaho and Pacific Lutheran combined. Number 23, Southern Oregon down the road facing Simpson. Week 2 play for the Raiders, looking to stay perfect before conference play. We start in the first. Handoff to Gunnar Yates. The cheat code hits the gap, gets the Raiders on the board first 7-0. Still in the first. Blake Ashuto looking downfield. He finds Sawyer Cleveland closing in on the end zone. SOU adds another one, 14-0 now. And rolling right on, 3rd and 13 for SOU. Ashuto lets it rip right into the hands of Brandon Barthel. Raiders tack on their 3rd touchdown in the first quarter. Into the second, Redhawks still with nothing on the board. Raiders knocking. Yates hits the edge. No one on him. Make that 2 for the sophomore. And currently the score is 49-0. They're in the 3rd, 9:55 left in the game. 2nd and 7 for the Redhawks right now. Blake Ashuto, 17-21, 313 yards, 2 touchdowns. Gunnar Yates, we mentioned him in the highlights. We mentioned him earlier in the game. Kind of the cheat code of this team. 11 carries, 96 yards, 3 touchdowns. Isaiah Hidalgo, 5 carries, 44 yards, 2 touchdowns. Blake Ashuto pushing in a little bit there on the rushing, and Sawyer Cleveland with that 1 touchdown on 74 yards and 4 carries. Jumping ahead, the Raiders return home for week 3 to face a foe they are pretty hyped for. Raider Stadium will host number 3 College of Idaho. Reminder, the Yotes took game 1 against the Raiders last season, but SOU battled back at the end of the year, defeating COI at Raider Stadium 31-16. Kickoff is set for 1 p.m. Highlights as usual and more here on College Game Night. And coming up, a new season of The Huddle is here. Who will be in the blue chairs? Well, you'll just have to wait and see. Stick with us.
College Football Game Night, presented by Quality Fence of Southern Oregon.
Quality Fences, doing it right for you. Just ask your neighbor.
They reflect a style as unique as you are. They make first impressions. They provide space, add lasting beauty, and security. Quality is a reflection of who you are. That's why all your fencing projects begin here.
Quality Fences, doing it right for you.
Whether it's our famous Royal Riviera pears or our employees' careers, we're into growing things at Harry & David. Like you, we call the Rogue Valley home, and thriving in this community means helping those who work here thrive too. From our orchards and packing house to a candy kitchen and corporate offices, there are plenty of ways to be a part of our team. We're currently hiring for the following positions. Apply online or at the Employment Center at 2800 South Pacific Highway. Come grow with us at Harry & David.
There is no better time than now to join CASA of Jackson and Josephine County and give back to your community in a meaningful way. Orientations offered every Thursday at 12 p.m. As a CASA volunteer, you will be the eyes and ears of the court and speak solely for the best interest of the child or youth in foster care. Excellent training and support provided by our experienced CASA staff. Call or email today to learn more. CASA of Jackson and Josephine County. Be a child's voice.
What are you doing?
Oh, we did our home insurance ourselves, but don't feel protected.
So you're building your own American Family Insurance roof line?
Yeah, you know, life's better when you're protected under American Family's roof.
That's not how it works.
Dad, we'll go. It's gonna hit.
See, that's how it works.
For real protection, save up to 23% by bundling your home and auto with us.
Okay, guys, we're all here because US Cellular has an incredible deal.
Right now, you can get 4 lines for just $90.
Sorry, just double checking. Is it really that good of a deal?
Yeah, it's a huge deal. You also get 4 free phones of your choice.
4 free phones!
Wow, I just triple checked and that's awesome.
So go get that deal. Or at least help me clip. Do you check the expiration dates?
Oh, I can do that.
Great.
Get 4 free phones of your choice with no trade-in needed, plus 4 lines for $90.
High school and college football back in full swing. That means the huddle is back. Ahead of the Canal Bowl last week, we caught up with Klamath Union's newest head coach, Josh Overstreet. Check it out.
Welcome back to another year of the huddle. This year we are out at Klamath Falls for the 46th edition of the Canal Bowl.
And this year we're joined by first-year head coach Josh Overstreet. Coach, thanks so much for joining us. How are we feeling stepping into your first game of the season as first-year head coach?
Excited, so excited. It's hear about it all day, all week. Canal Bowl, big series. So no, we're excited.
Let's talk a little bit about your first year expectations. Obviously not trying to change the whole program in your first year, but implement some of your new systems into this team. Talk to us a little bit about your expectations for your team this year.
Definitely, it's going to be a process for sure. And this year, it's the small wins. So nothing changes tonight. We're expected to go out there, and we're plans to have more points at the end of the game than Mazama, of course. But like I said, we're in for a battle, and I'm excited to see our guys compete and set the standard for the season. Just kind of we're a team that's going to play hard, be tough, and just have fun.
Obviously, you're new here. We're trying to implement a new culture. What have you been trying to instill in these guys as they step into a new season and step into a new year with you?
Just being tough. I mean, that's the biggest thing. It's the small details. We talked all year about just being, getting done in the classroom as well in the field, the small things, being gap disciplined, being disciplined in general.
So you played at Henley, and then Lane, Montana State, and then OIT for baseball. So talk to us about your baseball career and why you wanted to get back into football.
Football's always been a passion for me. Like, even being away from it, I was still checking on Henley at the time. My dad was involved here at KU, so just Saturdays are college football. I mean, he and my wife knows all day we're watching football. So I mean, a lot of people are surprised by it, but people who really know me, I think they see it's pretty fitting.
You talked about your expectations for your team, but you as a coach individually, what are you kind of working on in your first year and then looking upon in the future for you as a coach?
Yeah, no, definitely. This year's been, I've got a lot of questions. I've definitely been, picking Coach Smith's mind, Alex Stork out at Henley, Coach Green, a lot of people that said, I'm not fearful asking questions, but like, hey, what'd you do here? Like, I have an idea, but kind of taking their mind, especially guys who've been successful. So I feel like I've kind of been that sponge, trying to really ask questions, learn from other people.
What has been your favorite part so far about coaching, and how are you learning each day kind of how to deal with difficult situations, deal with the wins, deal with the losses? How is that going to go this season?
Yeah, no, it's definitely the hardest part is those challenges, the great practices compared to the not so great practices. But honestly, the best part is being with the guys. A lot of the guys I had at Ponderosa Middle School. So this year's sophomore class is my first year at middle school. So it's kind of cool to see them again. I coached them in baseball and basketball at Pondo. So now at football, it's cool to see. I mean, it's a lot of guys I had. A lot of guys, when they heard I was coaching, ran out and we're kind of pumped for that side. So that was the same. I mean, these are such great guys. They work so hard for us.
Who is your favorite college team and your favorite NFL team?
So I'm a big Oregon fan. I love the Ducks. Big Dan Lanning fan. He's someone. I mean, I also always listen to his podcasts. Big believer in him. Just the way he teaches the game. I try to mirror of he's a guy's high standards, but also he's their kids. They're 25-year-old kids he has. He takes care of, which I think is so cool. NFL. Trying to think, I was in Eugene about the time Herbert was there, Justin Herbert. So I've kind of turned into a Chargers fan just because of him. I thought he was a great guy. Yeah. So. Yeah,
so obviously a first-time father is in the past week, but let's talk about your hobbies outside of football and now with your child, but a little bit of kind of who you are as a person outside of football.
Hunting, fishing, definitely outdoors. I said, as much as I love the craziness of being at school, I definitely like getting away on the weekends with my dogs and my family, be able to go to the lake and go in the woods, hunt, that kind of stuff. So definitely it's and bittersweet.
Okay, Coach, we always end with coaches and players looking at the camera and giving your best. I know you said you're shy and reserved, but you gotta give us your football coach. Yes. Your best go Pelicans, go Pels, whatever you want to say that you normally say with your team. We want to hear it.
Go Pels, baby.
Woo! Perfect. That's great. Awesome. Thanks, Coach.
Yeah, thanks so much.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for taking. Go Pels. And that wraps up week 3 of the football season. Full SOU highlights coming up tonight on Newswatch 12 at 11. For the latest news, weather, and sports, head to our website, KDRVs.